As we continue our search for the best football badge around the world, we have gone to Asia, and there's some crackers coming at you. We're going to take a look at all of them, all 45 of them coming up next. Right, folks, back once again with another football badge ranking video, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things football badges related, Blackburn Rovers related, football whenever it comes back related, boys and girls. That's right, all here under one Roski, boys and girls. So just before we get cracking, big shout out to the 10 patrons out there. Love you guys. Aztec Marky B Mark, Daniel Mellor, Constable 1976, Mitchell Shoney, Tom Clark, Tom Beresford, The Ledge, John Spurn, Cody Cahoe, Russell Frost, Noco Drinker. You're the boys, keeping the channel alive behind the scenes. So good support for you guys. If you want to join those illustrious VIP 10 to make it 11, check out the old description, links to my other social, well, check out the old description, link to the old Patreon, and of course the other social media platforms, Twitter. You want to smash the follow on the Twitter, of course smash the follow on the subscribe here, because that's when the voting process will come open, when we'll do the official World Cup draw in about 10 days or something along those lines. So, but what makes me so flipping righteous to think I could do a flipping video about football logos? Well, I've actually got another channel, boys and girls, all about logos, not necessarily football, and flags. So make sure you check that sucker out. I've done them all. Well, I've done them all. I've done a whole bunch of them. So yeah, it's an okay, it's a nice little channel. I've actually been doing this one before I even started this bad boy, but it's something I return to whenever I get a moment, and there's not been much of that, but right now it is starting to take off again. We're starting to churn out the new logos and all that kind of good stuff. But anyway, check that bad boy out. But for the meantime, we are talking about Asia, and there are some belters here. Absolute. I smell a World Cup winner in here. I definitely do so. But there are also some really shitty ones as well. So what's going to happen here? We're going to go through all 45 nations, and I'm going to separate them into these 4 tiers: the best of the rest, decent, meh, and dog shit. The ones that end up in the best of the rest will then be picked apart further, and then hopefully we'll have a bunch of them, 4, 5, or 6 representatives for Asia to go through to the World Cup. So we'll go get cracking. Again, what I think isn't a good badge and what you think is a good badge is completely different. You might like, oh, it's pure and simple, I just like the colours and all that. Whatever. Your version is completely different from mine. So it is basically from my own point of view, and then once it gets to the public domain, and you guys can pick out of the ones that I think are decent. So we're going to start off with this bad boy, and this one's already looking good. It's Myanmar. Now, this has proven to be, over the past few days that we've done these, a lot of the nations and a lot of the clubs that don't do very well in the football department actually have a very good looking badge, and this one, straight off the bat, is very good. Of course, I like mythical beasts and things like that. This says Myanmar on there. Again, the team might suck ass, but this badge looks very, very good. I'm going to put it in the best of the rest already. So straight out of the blocks, we have one that's got a potential to be in the World Cup. I don't know if it'll get there because there are some similar badges out there. I'm going to give them all a bit of respect. Next up, we have this one. It is from the Philippines, and again, 1907. It's got the year. I like to see that. I like to see a clear indication of what country this is. But when push comes to shove, this one ain't gonna cut the mustard, folks, because there are some very good badges out there. It's good. I'm gonna put it in the meh department. Usually, in other countries, this would do very much better. It'll be in the decent or maybe even beyond. Here's one for you, Japan. It says Japan on there. It's got a nice little bird on there, a crow perhaps. JFA has the Japanese thing. This ticks a lot of the boxes as well, and it's very identifiable. And I love the font for Japan. It's not in your face. They're not going overboard with the old Japanese tent. Symbols or whatever. They might have another badge for themselves, but this is the one I found. So it's another one. 2 out of 3 ain't too shabby. Here's another one for you. Hong Kong. The Hong Kong Football Association has a dragon in the background, has a red and white halves. I like a good half shirt, me. You know me. And it's got a bit of Chinese writing on the sides there. This is a good looking badge. And I feel like quite weird already by putting 3 out of the first 4 into the best of the rest, but I think they all got something about them. We're gonna have to break it apart a little bit further. Here's another good looking badge. Some of the shit ones are going to come soon, but this is Malaysia with a flipping tiger on there. Crikey, this is good looking. This is like an army symbol, like you have on your beret. again. 4 of the 5. 4 of the first 5. Again, they're coming in a bit of a random order. This has got wings as well. This has got potential. Right now, I think those 4 have the makings. If we could end it there, they would be good, strong representatives for the continent of Asia. Now, this is Singapore. There's the flag of Singapore. This is the best I could find. I couldn't really find anything else. So I'm going to put that in the dog shit pile because that was a poor attempt. Here's another one for you. It's a little bit difficult to see. I'm going to have to go on the other monitor. Bangladesh. Yeah, that's okay. We're starting to see some chaff here. I'm going to be brutal as well because we have a lot to cover. So we're not gonna go too much detail on these suckers. So he's gone. Here's one, and a controversial one for you. It's Australia. Maybe if it was with the other boys in the Oceania group, it would have done better. But they've already got a lot of representatives themselves. They've got so much going on in there. You could break down that further. I don't know what they are. Are they the county flags or the sort of the state flags out in Australia in the middle? Of course, they've got the kangaroo and the emu. It's got a lot of it's a good badge, but it is a little bit boring. I'm not. It does tick a lot of the boxes, but unfortunately, it doesn't compare to those 4. So I'm going to be brutal. I am going to be brutal. Here's another one for you. This one is Korea. Again, says Korea there on a white background that would stand out. It's got tiger. Goodness me, it's hard. This is going to be probably the hardest video to break apart. Next up, we have this one. I'm looking at Saudi Arabia. It looks a bit weird. Compared to these guys, it does look a bit weird, and I'm not happy with that one. I'm going to push him down into the meh. They're good at the footballs. That's all they need to know. This one must be Yemen. It says YFA on there. Got a dancing man on there, or maybe a footballer. I don't know. But again, brutal as I can be. It's not good enough. Here's another one. Vietnam. This has got wings. Look at that. That looks powerful. It's a dragon, ball in mouth. It's in plain as day in English. So good colours as well. You're also in contention, buddy. You're doing good. You're doing good for yourself. Here's one, maybe Uzbekistan UFA. It is Uzbekistan. It says it on there, but really, and maybe that's a cannon. I don't know. That's a football, but maybe it's meant to look like a cannon. But really, there's no effort in that whatsoever. So I'm going to push you down in the dog shit. I've got to be brutal. This is the United Arab Emirates. Again, not much going on. It's got the colours of the flag, perhaps. Says UAE. So it's good, but it's a bit simple. I'm going to put you down here with the dog shit as well. Got to be brutal here, boys. Here's one for you. It's an interesting looking one. It is Turkmenistan. Has a man in there with a football. Not the greatest quality image, but that's not their fault. Got a horse with something around its neck. It's interesting. It does look a little bit dated though, and I think it needs to be a little bit polished up. So it's okay. It's meh. It's a bit meh. Then we have this bad boy. I have to maybe push it to the side. It's Timor. It does say it on there, but it is shit. It's a garbage badge. Not going on there at all. We can't get excited about that badge whatsoever. You might be able to get excited about this one. This is Thailand. I don't know what that is meant to look like. It's got a nice font. It does look like Thailand Airways, doesn't it? It looks like Thailand Airways. But I can't get excited about it. I just can't. There's nout really good about it. This one must be. I think this is China CFA. It doesn't say China on there. I'm going up to the big man upstairs. Can you confirm or deny what that is for me, please? Team China. It is Team China. CFA could be Cambodia though. You know, you look at that, you just don't know. It's got a lot going. It's got a lot of good stuff going on, but for me, English speaking Dirk, yeah, I need to see it. Next up we have Tajikistan coming at you, looking pretty good here with a man or a woman or something standing up here. Let's blow it up a little bit. Oh, it looks pretty cool. Something in his hand. This one ticks a few of the boxes as well. Going against the grain of what I've pushed through already. A lot of Far Eastern sort of stuff. But this one is coming at me at a different sort of angle. Next up we have this bad boy, which I don't know what it is. FASF. Maybe, I don't know. It's got a nice looking eagle, but the fact that it doesn't tell me who it is going to go against them. It's Syria. This is Syria. I was in the spotlight at the minute, but yeah, it's not that good. It's good, but again, if it had Syria written on there, it might have a better chance. There's one that we're going to get familiar with over the next few years. Is Qatar. With the colours of the flag on there. That's QFA. There's only one country in the world beginning with Q, and it's Qatar. But this one, badge is a bit shit. A bit flat, bit boring. This one's a bit interesting though. It's got a massive tree. It's Palestine. It's got some other junk going on at the bottom there. Big old tree. I can't see it because I've taken it off the screen. It's definitely interesting, but I think it's a bit weird. It's a bit weird, but it does say Palestine on there, and it's definitely unique. I'm going to put them down there with the big boys. Moving forward, we have another one. Goodness me. What does it say? Don't know. It doesn't say nothing. This one is a mystery. It's a mystery. It is Oman. This one's Oman. And oh man, is it terrible. I'm going to put them down in the terrible section because it doesn't say it on there. No clue. No idea. This one. Who is this one? The flag looks familiar. Does it have any writing on it? It does not. So this is a complete mystery. It is garbage because of that. The flag does help. But for me, I've got a bit of a mental block on this one. North Korea. That's North Korea. Yeah, no wonder. Next up, we have this sucker. Let's blow them up a little bit off camera. It is Brunei. Too much writing going on here. Too much writing. Got 4 balls to represent something. Maybe the Sultan flag in the middle there. It's a bit overkill with the writing. You can't really get into it. Next up, another one. PFF. No idea what this PFF is. It looks like a high school or a school club. It's new. I don't even have the file name is shit on it. So it's that garbage. It's going to go down here into the dog shit pile. Next up we have Nepal. Obviously home of Everest. I think they're the home of Everest, is it? Big old mountain in the background. Football as well. Luna's falling asleep. I can't keep her awake because it's so boring. This one's okay though, but it's just not much going on for it. Next up, we have a transparent bad boy. That makes it complicated to see. I'm going to bring it on in. It's no idea, but there's so much detail in this one. It's a shame. It's a shame. I want this one to go through. It's got some animal head. It's got a nice little droopy kind of tree. Some gold bracelet. Tunggul Ika Bineka. Where the heck is that? That is Indonesia. It's a good looking badge. It is a good looking badge, but unfortunately I just don't know where it is. It's going to go down here with the tree and that kind of stuff. Moving on to this one. What is that? What is that? No idea. This one's another one that's a bit of a blur. I'm just going to slide them into the dog shit. What is that country? Macau. Yeah. Next up, I'm seeing a lot of these ones with the flags on top. This one is no idea. No idea what that one is either. What is that one? Laos? Laos? Is that correct? It does say Lao on there, but maybe it's a poor version of the thing. But I'm just going to stick it in the meh. I just don't think it's got any legs on it. Kuwait. And again, says Kuwait on there, but it is, again, we can't put that into the next round, so I'm going to put that into the dog shit. I think it looks pretty pants. Same could be said for this one. This must be Jordan. It tries to win me over with the writing on the left-hand side there. Again, this badge elsewhere would do very, very well, but you're up against stiff competition here. I think this one's a bit meh. It's okay. It's again, it would probably do very well in another country, but up against these boys, it's pretty box standard. There's one that has a bit of something. It's Iraq. Says Iraq in there. It's got the colours of the flag in there. It's got a lion something in there, and it's got all sorts of other stuff on there. This one's not too bad. I know Iraq's been in the spotlight over the years, but this one's got an okay bit about it, and I do like the look of it. Next up, we have one that's I don't know what country it is, but maybe it is a country, but I like it. I do like it. Guam. Is that? It is Guam, and it is Guam. And I'm gonna push this one through. I like the look of it. It's very polished. It must be a new version of a recent badge. It has something about it, and I'm putting it through. I like the vase. I like the font. I like the colours. All very, very good. This one's also very, very good, but I just don't know what it is, and I can't push it through because of it. It is a head of an eagle. Head of an eagle. It is Kyrgyzstan, maybe. Kyrgyzstan. It's nice. It does look very polished, and it should go through. But, you know, you stick that in front of me, even me, I don't even know what that is. Next up, we have another one, which is doesn't tell you what it is, but it has a nice little thing going on. FFSL, Sri Lanka. I'm going to go with Sri Lanka, one of the lowest ranked football nations in the world. That's what I'm saying it is. It's better. It's better than some of the chaff I've seen, but to be honest with you, I'm going to stick it down here in the meh. Next up, we have this one, another one that looks very, very good and very, very Middle Eastern and Far Eastern, but it says nothing on it. FFC, this is Cambodia. Obviously, the heads of Cambodia on there, the big deal that they have out there. It's good looking, but it's not as good looking as the rest. I'm going to put it in the meh. Next up, we have Iran. Again, a lot of these doing it with the flag on top just to make sure it ticks all the boxes. But they're a bit boring. I think they're a bit cheap. You know, they're trying to cut corners here with some identity. And I think, you know what, you're good at your footballs. I'm going to put you down in the dog shit pile. I'm sorry, but your badge could do with a bit better. As could be, the same could be for Maldives. That looks completely garbage. I could do much better than that myself. You're going to join it around in the dog shit pile. Next up, we have this guy. This is no idea. I'm going to go Mongolia. Is it Mongolia? I'm thinking it's Mongolia. I don't know. But what is that? A horse? Horse's head on there, no idea. It is interesting, but I just don't know what it is. I can't even confirm if it is Mongolia. That's how below par it is. Next up we have this sucker, CTFA. Looks like a Major League Gaming or something like that with a big old eagle on there. Can we confirm what that is? Chinese Taipei. It's good. It's clean. Again, if it said Chinese Taipei on there, it would be up there, but unfortunately it doesn't. So I'm going to stick them down here in the meh. We're getting close now. Bhutan are up next. Bhutan. Let's push them over here so you can see it in a little bit more clarity. Says Food Bhutan on there, but that's all it does say. That's all it does say. I'm going to put it in the dog shit just because I'm running out of room. This one looks good. I do like this one. This is Bahrain. Definitely a lot going on for it. It's got the ball in there, has some sort of thing in the middle of the football. I don't know what that is. A lot of good shape, a lot of good play on words. I like it. It's very unusual. It does say Bahrain. I'm going to put them into the next round. We've got 9 now into the next round. Can India join them? Not with this piece of shit badge. No, it cannot. So India, it says India on there. It's got the colours of the flag. Maybe it's an okay looking badge, but it just doesn't tick my fancy. And we're going to wrap it up with Afghanistan, and that is boring. So that also goes nowhere. I'm going to put them in the dog shit just because I've got enough room in there. So that is the be all and end all. So we have 9 faces or 9 badges to pick apart and see who goes through to the World Cup. Who's it going to be, boys? Let's have a little look. So we have 9 badges to go through, but only we're going to take at least half of them. So at least 4, maybe 5 will go through. So we're going to start eliminating some of these. I'm just spreading them out a little bit just to get a little bit something. So Myanmar was the first that we pushed through, and it's good. It is good, but is it good enough? So I'm looking at Myanmar and the Hong Kong Football Association. They're kind of duking it out here, and I think one of those will go through. The Bahrain one, I do like that one, and I do like I like this one. This one looks clean and definitely different. So he's going to go through. Guam football made it through. I think the Japanese one is also pretty cool. That's also going to make it through as well. I think the South Korea one, you know, it's cool, Tiger and all that, but it ain't no flipping Malaysia. That one's got all sorts going on it as well. So Malaysia goes through. I'm torn here. I think the Vietnamese one also is very good as well. That makes it through. So we have 4 now. I'm going to go for 5. I don't know. I really don't know. The South Korea one is out. The Tajikistan one is interesting. It looks like He-Man, Power of Attorney or whatever it is. So unfortunately it's good. It is good, but those 2 are out for sure. So Bahrain is good. I don't like it, but it's got very similar colours to that of Vietnam. I don't know. I am torn between these 3. I think Myanmar is out. I think I'm gonna push him out of the equation. We're left with these 2. We're left with these 2, and I think Hong Kong's going to get it. I think Hong Kong will take it. So yeah, Bahrain, you were close, mate. You were very, very close. They are all very good-looking badges, and it was a very hard decision in the end to separate the good from the bad from the ugly. But we have our 5 representatives for Asia. It could have been more. It could have been so much more. But that is just my opinion. Give me your own thoughts and opinions in your comment section down below. What you think about the Asian badges. Have I made the right choices with these 5? Have I made an absolute pig's ear out of it by not including Korea or Tajikistan? Give me your thoughts and opinions in your comment section down below. Tomorrow we'll do it one more time at least we're going to look at North America. That's Mexico, Canada, and all the other little island nations and all that kind of stuff. So we've got that one to look forward to, and then maybe we can start to craft something together about a World Cup. Be sure to get in the comment section and give me your vocal opinions. Are there other leagues around the world that we should be taking a look at to see just who is good enough to go through to the World Cup finals. And again, be sure to check out the old description, links to my social media platforms, Twitter. You want to get involved with that. Because if you follow me on Twitter, then you can take part in the voting process. You'll know when the World Cup starts. Same could be said for the community tab on YouTube. Smash the subscribe as well, so you know when the posts go live and the votes go open. Because they're going to be quick and fast, folks. We might be looking at four matches a day on the social media platform. We'll talk more about that once we do the live draw, whenever that may be. Again, also check out the Patreon if you want to support the channel in another way. There is a link down there below. Anyway, until then, boys and girls, tomorrow we'll come back again for North America. Until then, enjoy the football badge. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.